What's up, nature freaks? Jeremy back again with another Saturday slap in the face. And today, this episode's all about raising giant monitor lizards.
Nature in your face!
Alright guys, so right away, you notice there's only one of us. Dave's not here, he's out of town, traveling the world. He's actually in Singapore right now, which is awesome. Speaking of which, this episode's all about giant Asian water monitors, and I'm sure he's seeing them right now. So, the Asian water monitor, considered to be the second largest species of lizard in the world, next to, obviously, the amazing Komodo dragon. This is soonyay. Soonyay was named after Sungei, which is a wetland preserve in Singapore where you can see these guys just hanging out on the walkway. Amazing. And what's crazy is, I mean, you're talking about lizards at least this size. We did see some bigger. The average was not this big. They're a little bit smaller there. Now, you can walk right past them. They're super chill in the wild. Also, Dave was in Thailand recently. This is going to be a struggle of a video. And he went to Lumpini Park. They're known for their Asian water monitors. The people love them there. They're protected, which is super cool. Now, this video is about keeping them as pets. Now, obviously, this is a beast of a lizard. All right, I just weighed him. He's 31 pounds. And he's about 67 inches. So he's over 5 feet.
That's a huge,
all right, which is a huge animal to keep in captivity. So that's number one. They need a big enclosure. You're gonna start off, if you keep these, with a little tiny baby. They're very cute, very flighty, okay? But they're intelligent animals. And if you do it right, eventually you're gonna get one of these giants, all right? Now this is a male. The males do get much bigger than the females. So even though you can't really tell that right away, if you do get a male or you know you're getting a male, just be prepared to get a beast. Now, let's start off with the not only the size of the habitat, all right, but the fact that they love water. It's called the water monitor. They live in and around the water, all right? They love water and climbing, which is why he's trying to go up. So this is one of our educational ambassadors. He's kind of used to being held and doing shows, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to move around a little bit. Now he has a 6-foot tub just for swimming alone. That's his water area, all right? And he is in the water probably 85 to 95 to 90% of the time. He comes out, dries off, he'll bask a little bit, goes onto the land, but they love to be in the water. That's where they feel safe. He can even catch fish in the water in his enclosure, okay? Now, diet, highly, what are you doing back there? Highly carnivorous. So he's sniffing a turtle shell behind me. They will eat turtles. Mainly, though, they eat eggs of birds. They'll eat crocodilian eggs, which you're not going to feed them in captivity. So chicken eggs will do just fine. This guy loves to eat pheasants. I'm going to let you see what he's doing, pushing on my head. Quail chicks, whole drumsticks. So I try to give them a variety of different meats. Mice, rats, obviously. In the wild, they definitely eat a lot of fish, so I try to give them some of that to match that wild diet. Now, soonyay was donated to us, so I don't know his age. I think the guy said he was around 7 years old, you know, which isn't bad because they can live 11 to 25 years. So I should be able to have this big boy for a long time. Now, as far as taming,
easy boy, easy.
they are flighty and bitey if you were to grab them, and that's not the best way to tame them. You just scare them by reaching in, snatching them up, and forcing them to be held. But I love the tongue feed. It kind of builds a relationship between you and that animal, and eventually they stop being shy because all they want to do is hide at first. All the time they're in the water or they're in their hide box, which they do need a place to hide, and eventually they'll start staying out when you enter the room because they're like, oh, that's the guy that feeds me, he's not trying to kill me. And then eventually they're going to come to the door and they're going to take that food from you. But that takes a little bit of time to work that relationship in. Now, as far as in the wild, they don't get as big as they would in captivity. You know, you're talking about between 4-6 feet on average in captivity. You can get some beast monitors, you know, 6 to 7 foot. This one right here, he's already over like the 5.5 mark. So he could potentially keep growing and get closer to that 6 mark. When I bring him to shows, it is a lot of work to wrestle this guy. He's actually being pretty calm right now, and that's probably because it's not that warm in the studio. Now, they're highly intelligent animals, and I do recommend them as pets for advanced keepers. Like, if you can keep one of these, do it. If you can provide space for one of these, get some, because of how intelligent they are, how big they are, and they're beautiful animals. That black and yellow is just gorgeous. So very popular in the pet trade, but the problem is they get huge. So you want to do your research on that. You know, highly carnivorous animal. You do not want to get bit by this animal. I have been bitten by a water monitor a few times, and it was an accident. I was just waking up like, hey, it's time to go do a show. I got bit, and those teeth, they're slightly recurved, and they are serrated, and I mean just a bump, and I was bleeding pretty well because it did shred my skin. So to actually take a true bite and a thrash from one of these, not an option. Like, your flesh is going to be hanging up, probably going to go to the ER. Also, the nails. I try to make it so his nails get worn down, but that doesn't always work, and so I do have to trim them. Right now he's dug in pretty good, and if I do not have his nails cut, one, he's ruining clothes when I'm using them in educational shows, and number two, I'm probably going to be bleeding, because not only does he grab my arms, but you guys saw him trying to climb my head. He'll dig into my head. He caught my ear earlier when I was setting this up, and I thought my ear was going to rip off. You guys didn't get to see that, but it happened. So just a powerful animal, and he's nice. As you can see, he's super chill. Can you look at the camera? Can you show him what's up? There you go. Little tongue flick, nice and slow, very calm. To get him out of his enclosure, all I do is call him over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do not climb. Okay. I call him over. He swims over to me with his laterally compressed tail, and then he climbs out of his enclosure. No, 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 don't go up, don't go up. And right to me, and I just pick him up like a kid under his arms, and boom, plop him on my shoulder. Please don't climb up my head. Just stay just like that, all right? Now, I do have some special treats in here, and I have a few pheasant chicks under the table, which I feel like he was smelling earlier and try to cruise around and get down there. I'm going to put him on the table and see if he wants to take some of those treats for you. Now, I want you guys to tell me in the comments, do you keep any monitor species? If you do, which ones do you work with? Which ones are your favorite? What's your goal? Is the Asian water monitor like the pinnacle for you? Have you got there yet? Have you ever worked with the Asian water monitor? Let me know in the comments. I've had black throats, the Asian water monitor. I have a roughneck, which I'd like to do a video on the roughneck because those things are super cool. We work with Savannah monitors, white throats, Niles. We just did a video on Nile monitor. You know, that's another intelligent animal, but that's one that gets a bad rap compared to, I'd almost say, get the Asian water monitor over the Nile. The Nile's cheap, but that thing, if you don't work with it, it's going to try to murder you. The Asian water monitor, they chill out a little bit more faster. All right, so let's put this guy on the table. Can you go on the table? Right there. Come on, come on. You'd probably rather sit on the table anyway, compared to me carrying you, you beast. And we are going to eat a snack, if you will, on camera. All right, I don't want you to be nervous. Let's find out right here. Okay, you guys ready for this? We got some little beep, 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 beep. Hey, look what I got. You want to try? I know it's weird. I know it's cold in here. Do you want? Oh yeah. You want to check that out? Oh, there you go. All right. Get it down. Go ahead. Can you guys? You can see that. Yeah, for sure. Let me fix my hood. Take it down. Normally he eats a lot faster than this, but this is a weird situation for him. Okay. Good job. You want to try another one for the people? What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Good job. Get it down. Just a bucket of birds. Like KFC right here, baby. Maybe we'll do one more, and then we'll wrap it up. If you guys have any questions about soonyay, all right, throw them down in the comments. If you want to know more about, you know, what we feed them, because obviously we do fish. Now I'll get tilapia, have them cut it up in steaks. I have seen people use like the convict cichlids to raise them, let them eat them. So almost like a crocodilian diet. And they're almost like having a land crocodile, if you will, because of how much they love the water, and they spend 80% of their time, like I said, in there, but then they come on land to bask. So if you cannot provide one of these animals with a huge body of water and a land area, then I wouldn't consider it, because they are water lovers. They like to be in the water all the time. Do you want more, my friend? There you go. Alright, nature freaks, let us know if you like soonyay. Drop some comments, get some interaction going on this video, and hopefully me and Dave will see you on the next episode of Nature in Your Face.